Alright YouTube, this is Drizzle. I had a person on one of my previous videos concerning my Alienware 13 ask me to benchmark Grand Theft Auto 5 using the game's, or I'm sorry, not the game, using the Alienware's internal dedicated GTX 965 4GB mobile card, because in my previous video I was kind of showing some of the performance gains you can get using the NVIDIA graphics amplifier, the Alienware graphics amplifier, using that desktop GTX 1060. But this will use, like I said, the 965 mobile. I did try running this a minute ago, and I had some weird issues with my audio, so I'm restarting and trying it again. Hopefully this video will turn out better. I tried running it in Quad HD. The game runs around 35 to 40 frames a second, which is pretty decent. ShadowPlay, which is what the NVIDIA software I'm using to record this video, it does tend to use some of your NVIDIA CUDA cores, and as a result it can cause the game to you lose some frames. Shut up, VSync. I can't believe I left it on. And so the game is running. Let's see what we got here. So this is all kind of shut off, and then this is at 1080p, 60 hertz. Let's see what options I have that I may not have turned on. And it's all pretty high settings, very high. I've got anti-aliasing and anisotropy turned down or off, I think. Shadows is on soft. I don't like motion blur, so I just leave it off, but oh god, let's shut that off. I guarantee that was affecting. I don't even know how I had that turned on. I'm sure that it'll run better now. Alright. Well, I'm going to start the benchmark. And here we go. So I had some audio issues earlier, like my microphone was kind of sounding echoey. Hopefully this will turn out better this time around. But on 1080p, which is what I'm running at right now, it was getting, I think, between like the high 40s to like mid 50s, even upper into the 60s range. I didn't realize I had VSync turned on before though earlier, so that's a good thing that we're redoing this. And turning off anti-aliasing or anisotropy should have a pretty major effect on the frame rate as well. So let's see. I turned the audio off because I mean, it's like I'm talking over it the whole time. Even when you turn off all the audio options in the main game's audio, it seems like that doesn't affect the benchmark for some reason. Let's see. Yeah. Turning off anisotropy helped a little bit. This would be very playable though. On this 13-inch screen, the pixel density at 1080p is still very nice. And so I would kind of recommend playing it at that resolution. QHD obviously is a little sharper, looks pretty good, but the hardware here, like you're bordering around the 30 to 35 frames a second range. If you're okay with that, then yeah, have at it. But I prefer a little bit better frame rate than that. Or get the graphics amplifier, and then you can put in a better video card, and you can probably run it at QHD no problem. In fact, I'm sure you could. That 1060 I tried in my previous video, and also I've acquired a GTX 980 I got off Craigslist really cheap here a couple weeks ago, and it's a bit faster than the 1060. It's actually not as much faster as I thought. I think this machine starts to bottleneck cards pretty badly at around that range, because it's only using 4 PCI Express lanes across the graphics amplifier proprietary cable, and with only 4 lanes, you're going to start seeing cards pretty much immediately start bottlenecking. And then, like I said, the CPU is only dual core, so it's kind of limiting those high rank cards. I'd like to throw one of the 1080s out of my desktop, but A, they have water cooling on them, so that's really not an option, and B, I'm like absolutely certain that this dual core i7 would pretty badly bottleneck that. I think even a lot of higher end desktop CPUs are still bottlenecking 1080s, at least in SLI, and I have them in SLI. I have to overclock my 5930K pretty hard for my desktop to probably not bottleneck those too badly. But that's running pretty nicely. I thought turning off that anisotropy would have a bigger effect on the frame rate than this. I thought it would have been maybe getting into the 70s at certain points. This is obviously still all very playable though. Anything like 45 and above is pretty playable. I obviously would like a, obviously higher is always better, but you don't really notice any slowdown here to speak of. And again, with ShadowPlay turned off, you'd be seeing another 5 to 10 frames, well, like 5 to 8 frames a second improvement. So these little dips that we're getting down into the 30s here wouldn't really be happening. And it'd be probably in the high 40s to low 50s at a bare minimum most of the time. Oh no! Anyways, this has been Drizzle. Thanks for watching, and I'll be sure to post more content soon.